Hello, everyone. This is week 4 demo. The first thing that we need to do is improving Hello World. Like that means we're gonna work back on the week 3 demo. We need to add a model. Remember, this model gonna be a Java bean. I hope that you have watched that video for week 4 lecture practical code, and now this is gonna be like the demo code. Therefore, I'm not gonna explain every single detail since I explained most of that in a separate video called the week 4 lecture. Okay. Now here, the first thing, as you can see, that I need to work on week 3 demo. Now, you can actually take this code if you want to like follow me exactly as what I'm doing right now. You can just go to this here, week 3 dummy code. Okay, just click on that, and this will take you to my account, but you can actually clone it. In other words, you can copy this. Okay, now if you want to copy this, just take this link. Okay, and now go to NetBeans, and here go to team and then get then a clone. Remember, clone is just a copy of this project. Just copy this. Now here, remember that I just want to paste the URL that I copy from there. Make sure that you add your username and a password and click next. Now here's going to be next. And now here we need to change the name. Like now we are not working on week 3, we are working on week 4. Okay, and make sure that you click on scan for NetBeans projects after a clone. Okay, check this. Now finish and open a project. As you can see now, you have got this project here. It looks the same if you have like week 3 demo before, but we need this to be updated. Like I need this to be week 4. Just right click and go to rename and say that this should be week 4. Okay, now like make sure that you see this here, okay, which is week 4 demo, okay, and then rename. Now, just 1 second. Okay, here we go. Now we got week 4 demo. Okay, let me close these files. I don't need it. Okay, now this is week 4 demo, and we are going to work here. Remember that this is, if I want to run this here, this is week 3 example, but now we're gonna improve it using Java beans. For example, here I can enter, for example, Bob, and his last name is ABC, and then say submit. Then I see hello Bob ABC. Okay, this is what we are. And then if I just like miss the second one, say submit, invalid input, and I still Bob, like I preserve the input field here. If I want like say ABC, but I didn't say anything here, I just say submit. I say invalid input, but I still like having this preserved here, like the input is being preserved. If I just like having nothing, submit, still the same problem. Let's go here, Alice, and say XYZ, and say submit, and here we go. Hello, Alice XYZ. Now let's go back. Oh, let's close it. That. Okay. Now what I want to do here, first of all, I'm going to create a repo. This repo here on the D2O, on GitHub here. Let's go here, say new repo. And this new repo, I'm going to call it week 4, just to keep track of our work on the internet. This is going to be week 4 demo, and make it public, create a repo. And here we go. Now I have this. I can push the code that I have here right now. And we start, just copy this URL. Okay, after we copy this, go to week 4 demo, click on team, then say commit. Now, yes, we're gonna updating. Okay, let's comment these. Let's say like initial commit for week demo, week 4 demo. Okay, so say commit and say yes. Now we need to push this. Remember that I need to push it. I will go to remote, then say push. And okay, I will push this to this location. Okay, and yeah, say next. And select the branch, say next, finish. And let's go there. If we refresh the page, I see everything that I need here. Okay. However, you will see that I have more comments. Like if you look here, I have initial comment that this is the one that I have done, but you will see the history of comments that you actually did take from week 3, okay? Which is good to keep a track of every changes that we are doing right now. Now, that doesn't matter. Let's go back to week 4 and let's look at the first thing that they are asking us to do is to create a model to week 3. Now, we're going to create a model called person. And therefore here, I'm going to go to week 4, go to source packages. Remember that we say in that video that we don't need to work with default packages. We need now to have controller and model. And I'm going to create a package called controller. And this controller going to take the servlets here, refactor. And now I need another one called model. And this model will contain the Java beans. I'm going to create a Java bean called person. Remember, because I'm going to take first name, last name. I'm going to take like a model as a person, Java bean as a person. Say finish. Okay, I hate comments. Now let's go here. Inside the person, I will have, remember that what we are reading from this is first name and last name, yeah? Like from the hello world, we are going to take first name and last name. That means we can save them here in the model. Okay, I could say private string, first name, okay, and the same thing could be applied for the last name. Okay, now remember the first thing that we need is zero constructor. This zero constructor should be just public, then person, and that's all. Now, can I have a constructor with more than one variable? Yes, just to press Alt, then insert. Or if you want to get that, you just right-click and insert. I did talk about that again in that video. Just do that and then say constructor, select all, and then generate. Okay. Now, remember that we need getters and setters for all the private class variables that we have. Just say insert code, then say getters and setters, and select all, then generate, and here we go. Now, save it. Now, let's go back to the code that we were writing in the controller. Let's see this. Now, here in the do post, I was sending the first name and the last name, and then I was setting the request.set attribute as a first name and request.set attribute as a last name. Now, what I want to do is this. I want to send to the say hello page an object called person of type person. Okay, I don't want to send first name, last name. I just want to send one variable, and then from that variable, I can access the first name, the last name, and etc. Now, how can I do this? You can say that it's very easy. You just need to create an object of type person. Like you can say, for example, person b equal a new person. Remember that we need to import the model. Just enter like control plus a space and then enter. Now, in this case, you have created a person and you can send this person for the say hello. But remember that we have two options. We either going to go to hello world from like hello world form or to say hello. That means if I am going to hello world, I don't need to send the person. I just need to send the person only if I'm going to go to this page, which is say hello. And which means actually, I don't need to send the first name, last name as a request attributes if I'm going to the say hello. I just need them to be here inside this here. And you might be wondering, okay, why do I need to, for example, to do this here, like first name, last name? Because as you know, like I'm gonna send the person to say hello, and the person actually gonna have here, like I'm gonna say first name and last name. I'm gonna send the first name and last name for the person. Now, if I send the person, okay, let me request dot set attribute. Now, if I send the person, let's say here person, to the second page, which is say hello, the say hello, they will have access to first name and last name. Did you see that? Now, therefore, I don't need actually to send first name, last name to say hello because already I'm sending the person who has the first name and last name. Now here, in this case, I can go to say hello to JSP. Now here, instead of saying b dot like fn or something like that, I could say person. Remember that I'm sending here person. Okay, this is the name. And then I could say first name. I remember that the last name gonna be a person dot last name. One last thing, if you are still wondering, okay, but why I'm sending the first name and last name for Hello World form, remember that if you open Hello World form, we are using the FN and LN here to preserve the input. Yeah, did you see that? We are still using them here, but I don't need to use them in the say hello.jsp. Okay, I need them here. Therefore, I'm setting them before in the section where this section would lead me or would take me to hello world form. This section would take me to say hello.jsp. And say hello.jsp, I'm not making use of fn, ln. I'm just making use of one variable called a person. Okay, I hope that you can see this right now. And yeah, I hope that it makes sense. If not, please let me know because it's like very straightforward. But yeah, like for maybe for the first time, it's not. Yeah, now right now we are taking the inputs, which is first name, last name, and then we are checking if this is good input. Now let's say the inputs that we are receiving is a bad input. That means if the input is bad, okay, like if the input is bad, what does that mean? I couldn't create uh, an object of type person. Okay, did you see that? Like you might be wondering, okay, like why I don't send this person to this page? But because we are going to this page again, because we have a problem in the input, okay? Therefore, I couldn't create like a valid person object. Therefore, if I don't have a problem, if there is no problem in the input, if there is no problem, then create the object of type person. Okay, again, we are sending this back. If you want to test this, like why do we like I suggest that like you just comment this part by yourself. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's save it and let's run this. Now, if you can see now, if I say save and then say submit, the input here has gone. Why? Because I'm not sending this back. I just need to send this back to this page, which is hello world, and they are actually making use of this here. Did you see this? First name, last name. Okay, I hope now that it's clear still. If you just need help, please let me know because this is like a very important aspect of this like week demo. Now remember that in say hello, what I'm sending a Java bean, and this is the way that we can access this page. Let's just do it right now. I just need to say it and ABC, say submit, and here we go. I got say it ABC. The last thing that we need to do here in this demo is after we create, we did this, which is like the model and the controller packages. We did this, okay? Remember that we did them here. This is the controller and this is the model, and these are the views. The views under web.information or hyphen information. Now JSTL, now here they are telling you that instead of sending like your messages and errors from the servlets, you should place them in the JSP. Like they should be exist in the JSP. However, they are going to be conditionally rendering. Okay, like they are gonna be rendered based on the conditions. If I send you a message, then render that. If I told you there is an error, then render that. Okay, this is how we are going to deal with errors and messages that we are going to send to the JSTL or to the JSP page. Okay, like now if we go here, since like for example, if I say that you have an invalid input, I don't want to send you this. I just want to send you true or false. Like if I send you true, that means there is no problem. If I send you false, that means, oh, like I need you to show me in the page invalid input. Okay, now you will see that in the example. That means we need to change the hello world form. The first thing that we need to do is this. The first thing that we need to do is that we need to go to hello world servlet here. Okay, we need to go first to the library. Okay, go to the libraries and then add library and type just JSTL to find JSTL 1.2.1. Double click on it and you will find them. They have been added here. Now to add the JSTL, you need to add the tag library in the hello world. Like you need to add it here under page here. You need to add it here. Now to add this here, I remember that I have used this in week 4. I can't find it here. I just need it. Okay, I found maybe here. Okay, we need not this. We need this, yeah. Okay, I just need this for this line. Okay, this is from like week 4 video. I just needed to place it here inside hello world form.jsp. Okay, now this is would allow me to write JSTL. Remember that I need to render this message if I receive like it's something like true or false. Like for example, here I could say C, and then remember that we're gonna get all of these options. And now I can close it. I can align it with this. Okay, now here I could say, please test the following, or like this expression for me. Why they all keep doing this for me? Okay, now here I could say my condition is this. I'm gonna send you a message, and if this message is equal true, then say invalid input. Okay, like just say H1 invalid input. And now, as you can see, instead of sending this text from servlet, now every text is exist here. The only thing that I need to do, instead of say, oh, invalid input or something, no, I just say true. And this is way better, actually, to do that. Just save it. And let's hope everything will work fine. Let's run this. Now, as you can see, I have nothing, but let's add just the SAIT and submit, and we got invalid input. I hope that it works. Now let's try to say it ABC. We got that. Let's go back. Let's refresh the page. And after we refresh that, let's say that I submit nothing. I still get the invalid input thing. Okay, this is very much week 4, which is very easy, basic. If you have any problem with the model, please go watch the video that I have created for week 4. If you still have any problem, please contact me on Microsoft Teams or on the class time.